መጻኢ
እዚ ድምፂ ብሩህ መጻኢ እዩ This is Voice of Bright Future.
This is an open letter by the Eritrean Bright Future movement regarding the invitation of Isaias Afwerki to Italy to the African Summit of January 28-29, 2024. His Excellency, President of the Council of Ministers Giorgia Meloni, His Excellency, Ignazio La Russia, President of the Italian Senate, His Excellency, Charles Michel, President of the European Council. We, the Eritrean Bright Future movement, would like to express our deep disappointment by the decision of the Italian government to invite Isaias Afwerki, the unelected president of Eritrea, to your country. We would like to remind you Eritrea still remains a country without a constitution, parliament, people's representation, judiciary, or right of appeal. The authoritarian monopolitical system in Eritrea allows for a lawless state that completely controls and monitors the Eritrean civil society and economy. The Eritrean regime actively sponsors crimes abroad, including threats, harassment, human trafficking, money laundering, and collection of illegal taxes from citizens of the EU. We would like to highlight 5 points that would be of grave concern to Italy and the EU. Number 1. The issue of continuous flood of Eritrean refugees. Eritrea has experienced a mass exodus, with approximately 1 million Eritreans fleeing the country since its independence in 1993. This does not only affect the demographic of the nation, but also hampers and struggle for a democratic governance. The repressive regime of Isaias Afwerki sees this mass exodus as a way to eliminate the risk of youth uprising and exploit refugees for monetary gain. To address the root cause of this dilemma, it is essential for the EU to assist us by recognizing and supporting our struggle for regime change and by creating job opportunities, vocational training, and education facilities, particularly in refugee camps located in Ethiopia, Sudan, and Djibouti, and etc. Number 2. Stop illegal and undemocratic activities of the Eritrean regime in Italy and EU. The gross violation of human rights in Eritrea, including recruitments of spies, forced support of the regime from Eritreans in exile, and illegal activities such as tax collection and money laundering are well documented. These illegal activities pose a threat to the national security of the EU. The increasing number of propaganda festivals and associated violence witnessed recently necessitates action from the EU to protect its citizens, safeguard Eritrean refugees on European soil, and limit the activities of Eritrean embassies. Number 3. Ensuring peace and security in the Horn of Africa. The current regime in Eritrea has destabilized and undermined the security of several countries in the Horn of Africa. It has been involved in gross violations of human rights, including war crimes and crimes against humanity. It is disappointing to note that Italy and EU have failed to review the mandate of the International Commission of Human Rights in Ethiopia, thereby undercutting the EU credibility as a proponent of justice. Peace and security in the region are not only in our interest, but also vital for the EU in light of ongoing conflicts in neighboring countries. Number 4. Containing increasing economic and political influences of Russia in Eritrea. The rise of Chinese, Russia, and Arab states' economic and political influences in Eritrea is reaching worrisome levels. Eritrea's dictator openly supports Russia's invasion of Ukraine and is willing to send Eritrean troops to other conflicts. The presence of entities like the Wagner Group and military activities in Sudan and the region poses a direct threat to the security of Eritrea and EU countries. Regime change in Eritrea is essential for the EU to play an instrumental role in fostering rapid growth and establishing a base for export commodity production. Number 5. Establishing a liberal democracy and market-oriented economy. We, the Eritrea Bright Future movement, share common interest with the EU in advocating for liberal democracy, the rule of law, transparency, and a government elected by popular suffrage. To address the lack of democratic governance structures in Eritrea, capacity building in all aspects of democratic process, including electoral process, is crucial. The support of the EU in bringing about regime change in Eritrea is of utmost importance. Creating a democratic governance system and positive local economic development will enable Eritreans to stay and reside in a free and prospering country. Eritrean Bright Future Movement.
እዚ ድምፂ ብሩህ መጻኢ እዩ. This is Voice of Bright Future.